I put ball pits up in about hour to hour and a half videos, and I was like, 54 minutes is fine. I'll just start up a new recording. I was just doing that for myself, so I know what I'm doing, so I don't get locked in. Again, just being like, hoo-ha! You gotta have different terms. You can't just constantly be like the vagina.
Snatch.
Cooter.
Also, that was my dog's name. Also, why? This just
she's like turning off right now. Why?
Why do you need to know when my last menstrual cycle was? Ask me. Are you on your period? Nope.
A period can cause different effects in people because of hormone.
If I go in there,
oh fuck, we're in space
for
now.
A kidney stone, it has nothing to do with my period.
True.
You don't need to know if I use tampons or pads.
Also true.
You don't need to know how long my periods are. Why ask them questions? I have a kid. If I go in there for a gunshot wound, don't ask me. Like when I got that fucking stab wound in the leg and I went into the doctor, right? They're like, "When's your last period?" I'm like, "What does that have to do with the fact that there was a gaping wound in my knee?" But no, when my last monthly cycle was right now, but it's coming out of my fucking knee hole rather than my vagina. Okay? Get to sewing it up, sir.
Get to sewing it up. I know, right?
I hate that they always ask. Like, that's true, that was Kira.
Yep.
Like, why are you asking? Bastards. Are you sexually active? Nope. You sure? Pretty? Not anymore. Do you know something I don't know? Is there a ghost popping up and fucking me in my sleep?
No, there's just a sad ghost meandering around preventing it.
What the fuck?
That was a funny question when I went to the doctor, though, because they were like, are you sexually active? And I was like, that's a really, like, dubious question, considering. And they're like, well, you know, it's just, like, routine. And I was like, no, I just mean, like, we're gonna need to break that down. Like, yeah, like, how long of a window are we talking about? Because, like, I don't live with the person at the moment. And they were like, within the last year? And I'm like, well, yeah. Okay.
Whenever it's like, are you sexually active?
Kind of.
Sure. I always just go, yeah, just so they shut up. And
it's easier.
Like, yes.
I am not liking that I am not doing enough damage.
Or thing I hate, because I wanted to get my tubes tied. Right? I was like, fucking tie them, yank them, throw them out. I don't want kids. Fuck them.
They're not gonna let you this early. Especially because of how much you vacillate.
No. They told me I could, but I needed a husband. Like, if I need to get married and have a husband, and I need to get that husband's permission.
That's insane.
This is my vagina. If you won't stitch me up, I'll go to Mexico. I won't, but I'm just saying, like, stitch him up. Get him out. Get rid of him. Take him out.
See here.
Say that one ovary that has a cyst on it the size of a golf ball. Can we like take it out or something? And leave the other good one?
Here's the thing. I actually think that you are the perfect candidate of don't listen to the person, though, because of how often you do switch your opinion on this.
Here's the thing, though. When that part of me is like, I want kids, shows up, like, yeah, babies are cute, want one. And then I'm like, if I have a baby, I can't just one day go, I'm gonna go on a 2-hour trip to Corning.
No, what you do is then you leave them. You leave them with a grandparent.
I don't have parents.
Yeah, this would be in Canada, presumably.
I know.
In which case, we have one.
Oh, she's crazy.
I'm sorry, they're not that bad. Listen, I'm the one that lived with them.
Some of the stories that I have been told.
Oh, I'm gonna die, like, immediately.
Do not shine the bestest of lights.
Yeah, but, like, not to throw it out there as, like, you know, an example or anything, but, like, was not building concentration camps out of gingerbread. Like,
well, yeah, no, but still not great.
Yeah, but, like, I know for a fact that it would
no
be
offense, she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it every time. I like being able to go, it is 11 at night. If I want to go on a drive.
These are just things that, like, as an adult, you learn not to do. Like, you can't do that anyway because work exists. Like,
I can go, if I wanted to go on a drive right now for 45 minutes, I could. But if I had, like, a fucking crotch goblin, like, I have to put the bitch in a car seat. Also, if I have to choose between I kind of want a new tattoo or fucking Timmy needs braces, fuck Timmy. I want a new tattoo. If I have to choose between buying smut books.
Hey, guess what? One of those
Lil
things
Timmy,
is covered under Canadian insurance now.
Cool. Or Lil Timmy fucking needs new shoes for school. Fuck Timmy. I want to read monster porn. Okay?
I don't think that's these. Given the fact that my mother, of all people, read 50 Shades of Grey, I don't think these are problems that exist in a vacuum.
No, you're not understanding. You're not understanding what I'm saying. It's money-wise. It's like...
No, I'm getting what you're saying. I'm saying a single parent managed to do this shit. Like...
Yeah, but like, I don't want to give time and money to a fucking little shithead that might be a shithead when it gets older.
Again, though, this is my example of, like, this is the perfect case of you vacillate on this, though. Because you will have days where you're crying, sending me babies, and being like, I want one, and then you'll have these days, and it's like, you just flip-flop.
Is he in the chat right now? Is Shepard in chat?
We can't use him as an example for everything.
Because if my bud was like Shepard, I would be in federal prison. Right?
That's
federal.
mean.
And not because of like the school fuck up, like that, hey, shit happens. Let's figure out a way to make it better. What would piss me off is, what do you mean you're gambling your fucking money? What do you mean you're going out to eat every other night? Why are you going to the bar? You don't got bar money?
You don't got bar money.
Fuck ton. Bar money. If I had a daughter that
No, I mean, if I had a kid that was in Shepard's situation, I would be different.
Megan is my Shepard, I feel. I've known Megan for fucking ever. Like,
I think that's a good example, actually.
and despite me being like, she annoys the fucking, because you don't like Megan and I don't like Shepard, and despite her being like, she annoys the fucking shit out of me. If she's like, I need help, or like, hey, I'm
for some reason you always help her, yeah.
I'm like, yep, let's go, whatever. Like, if she called me right now, being like, I need you, I'd be like, all right, I'm coming, right? But if I had a daughter like her, they would put me in an insane asylum because I beat the shit out of her. I'm like, what do you mean? You cooked noodles and then put them back in the box?
I don't understand how she thought that was a good idea, truth be told.
What do you mean you dated a man who marinated a bird in his car? A dead bird. Not like he went and got like a rotisserie chicken and put it in
it also was not for cooking it.
It was for self-craft. He found a bird and he picked up the bird and he put it in his passenger seat in a fucking like a Chinese to-go container. The fucker ate lo mein and in the same day found on the dead bird and went perfect. Like I would beat her. I feel like my rage would take over and I would just beat the shit out of her. So it's like, I'm like, I can't have a kid. I know. I'll be cool until they have opinions. And then I'm gonna be like,
and see, that's the thing. That's when I want a child. Like, the first like 6 years, I'm gonna look at this, like, not developed creature, and I'm just gonna be like, well, you're cute, but, like, you can't do anything. But once it can talk to me and be like, hey, Dad, I really like this television show, I'd be like, okay, cool, go on.
Well, surprise, surprise, they can do that at, like, 4.
Well, well, depending on if you're me, you could do it at 2.
Like, if they get to, like, 16, like, if my child was like, hey, Mom, I'm pregnant, I'd be like, you're getting fucking rid of it.
That's not unusual.
I got a girl. Yeah, I got a girl pregnant. I'd be like, cool. You're getting, first off, I'm kicking you out. Second off, you're getting a drop.
This was also my mom's stance, except for the kicking out thing. She was just like, if you and insert ex-girlfriend ever got pregnant, like, I would be driving you to the abortion clinic immediately. And I'm like, yes. That's fair. That's fair.
Immediately. Especially because, like, if I was first to be a mom, right? I'd be like, the moment you have thoughts of putting your dick in a girl or a boy, or they them, because we don't have
Listen, we need to be fair to everybody here.
Fair to everybody. You tell me, because I'm getting you condoms.
No, but that's actually good though. Like, that's good parenting.
Wrap it up. You're gonna fuck no matter what.
The really funny thing is, my mom gave me mine, and I just put them in the drawer, and I was like, I'm not gonna need this. And then, like, a year later, I was like, okay, well, now it's been a year.
I'd be like, I just, like, you're gonna fuck no matter what. Please do it safely, okay? Like, here. If I had a daughter, and she was like, I want to start doing things, I'd be like, sick. Please don't do what a lot of girls do and use hairbrushes and curling irons, because that's how you get yeast infections and DV. Okay? We're gonna get you size-appropriate toys for you to use, and I'm going to give you condoms, because I know you're gonna eventually find a boy that's gonna piss me off.
Gand is right, though. She's speaking-based, though, is correct. Like, this is the thing. Rachel's always just like, oh, I would end up, like, committing murder to the child, and I'm just like, but every time she opens her mouth about it, it's like the most reasonable parent reactions I've ever heard. Like everybody else is out there like, yeah, if my daughter ever brought home a guy I didn't like, I'd fucking kill him. I'd beat that kid's head and I'd shoot him. Oh, if she ever brought home any people that I didn't like, you know, I'd ban her from doing this and I'd take away her phone and blah, blah, blah. And then Rachel's just like, I would probably be like kind of upset reasonably and then have a meaningful talk with my child. Like, this is what I mean. Like, she's like, I'd be such a terrible parent. Behold me saying the most normal, like, reasonable things that any human has ever said. And, like, obviously, like, once you get into it, like, you're going to be not adhering to the plan because nothing sticks to the plan 100%. But, like, it's so funny because Rachel really falls into the category of person who's like, I'd be a terrible parent. Anyway, let me list all the ways I'd be a great parent. It's so fucking funny every time.
If my daughter brought home, like, a guy I didn't like, why don't I like the guy? Or the girl, or the they, them? Are they, like, a bad kid? Because then I'd be like, why are you a bad kid? Are you a bad kid because your parents beat you? Because then I get it, right?
Well, like, that's the thing for me when I look back at, like, the reasons that my ex's family hated me. And I'm like, they didn't hate me based on me being a shithead. Like, even when, like, we were, like, really openly toxic towards each other near the end of the relationship, it was never due to, like, me being, like, a piece of garbage. It was always, like, this weird preconception that they invented of me that wasn't real. And I'm like, I hate so much that you guys don't have a valid reason when there were valid reasons, and every time that you give a reason, it's not, like, good. Like, none of them were like, oh, he's overly controlling and this and that. It was like, oh, well, one time he told me this story and I didn't like how it sounded. And I'm like, the fuck? And so, like, that's the only thing as, like, a a person I would, like, strive for is, like, looking at my kids' relationships. I'd be like, I need to at least listen critically, because if I don't, I risk being a fucking moron. But, like, if they were dating somebody that I didn't like, I would assume that that's just normal, because I don't like anybody.
Well, I mean, depends, because if it was like, you know, hey, this person has done, like, crime, I'd be like...
Crime is different.
Smart. But if it's like they come from, like, kind of a shitty house, I'd be like, well, okay. Why do you act like an asshole? I don't think you're a bad kid. I just think you come from a bad environment and you're reacting negatively to the environment. Like, please stop this. Don't be a bad kid to my daughter, or my son, or my they/them.
Also, bad
child.
kid doesn't even necessarily mean, like, a bad person. They just might be acting shitty.
Yeah.
Because, like, I was a, quote, good kid, but I was a bad person. Like, I didn't do drugs. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I didn't go out and party. I wasn't staying out all night and doing stuff. I didn't steal. I didn't do any of this shit. But I was, like, a really bad person.
I wouldn't say you were really bad.
No, teenager me was, like, a really bad person. I can say this. I know me. I have the memories of being me. We met after the, like, Disco Elysium level trauma hit my brain. And even then, I was still, like, pretty bad for a while.
Yeah, well, that's why we broke up.
Yeah,
Well.
and then shit gets, like, you know, worked out. Noid was in the void back then. Listen, sometimes you can be, like, a good kid and a shit person. And that's something you gotta work through yourself, you know?
I was a good kid and not a shit person. However, all of the antics I got into made my parents' blood pressure rise.
Yeah.
Unless it was the copious amounts of sexual assault that they just didn't believe.
Like, there's that.
Can't count that. Can't count that part. Or the fat camp.
Also, just the, like, rampant bullying in high school. Where you, like, blacked it out from your mind.
I still don't remember. My mom was like, yeah, you lost, like, a lot of weight. I'm like, then why did you stop it? Let them bully me for eons. Because it was working better than fat camp. Let the motherfuckers bully me, man.
It was working better than fat camp.
Dude, when my PCOS kicked in, my mom was having, like, a heart attack because she was anorexic. So she was like, my daughter is obese. I'm like, sure am. Sure fucking am. What are you gonna do about it? Oh, you're gonna put locks on the fridge. Got it. Cool. Despite the doctor being like, she doesn't really, like, overeat. She's eating what she's supposed to. She just has a hormone disorder. So certain things are gonna make her put on weight. And mom's like, no, she's fat. She's overeating. Like, me having, like, an apple at, like, 11 p.m. isn't, like, making me gain 30 pounds, mother.
Should they have taken Rachel's door? I love the fact that you guys will, like, not let my mom escape the, like, door taking.
I've had my door taken.
You have, yeah.
They took my door away and instead they gave me, like, those shitty plastic accordion doors.
Well, the thing is, they at least gave you a door.
Well, they had to because my brother was across the hall from me, so it's like,
yeah.
if I was changing, I needed a way to,
there
like,
needs to be private.
not be seen.
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna run a completely non sequitur, well, not completely, tangentially related thing for like 2 seconds. Statistically, how many of you guys are changing in your bedroom versus in the bathroom?
I changed in my bedroom.
Bathroom.
I have to change in the bedroom because I put on these things called tights. And tights require
bedroom?
Like,
okay.
Maximum wiggle room.
Bedroom? Okay. Like, I know this is probably a me thing, I'm just curious.
Also, I've never seen you change in the bathroom. I always see you change in the bedroom.
I changed every single time in the bathroom. I changed in the bedroom because you're there. Nowadays, I just walk around the house naked.
Love that.
Sure, man.
What was that?
That was scanned, yeah.
Oh.
Am I taking a shower before changing? Maybe. For me, it's just like, I need to get going. I take my clothes into the bathroom. I do my, you know, process. So, like, I'll strip down. I'll brush my teeth. I'll deodorant up. I'll do all of that, and then I'll put on the fresh clothes. So that way I don't get any, like, toothpaste or etc. on them from when I was, like, doing that whole shenanigans.
My process, mine and Gwen's process would make your brain. Because if one of us is in the shower and the other person's like in the living room or doing whatever, even in the bedroom, when we're done, we'll run naked to our bedroom.
Yeah, this is women shit.
I'm naked, and we will scream, "I'm naked," and then the person knows to not look up. Or it could be like what I used to do with Megan, where if I was showering, she would just sit on the toilet and talk to me.
Titties flying in the wind.
And then, like, as I was drying off, she would just sort of sit there. Like, funny enough, I think Megan is, Megan has seen me naked more than anybody else.
Probably.
Every day I would shower, she would sit there and she'd talk to me.
I would like to kill the moon, please. My missus does that, and I'm like, oh yeah, let me see. I mean, it's different when you're in a relationship. If you're like, no, don't look at me, like, there's been some deep-seated trauma that's happened here. But yeah, like, at least they gave you a form of door. When my mom took my door, she just put it in the other room.
I mean, maybe it's because it was just her. Like, I feel like if you had, like, a sibling, she'd be like, I'm gonna give you something, so there's, like, your, like...
I don't think she would've.
No?
No. I think that if I had a sibling, it would have been the exact same, because she would have been like, well, it's your fault for, you know, slamming the door. Have you ever barricaded your door?
Why? Because I'm, like, angry and I don't want my parents to come in or something?
Yeah.
No, whenever that happened, I would steal one of the horses from the barn and I would run away.
That's the most you thing. Oh my god.
Which is how I got stuck on a mountaintop one time during a torrential rainstorm on
What
Big
the
Red.
fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Got stuck on a mountain in a rainstorm. Like, come on, man. It's just the new Rachel Stories thing happening.
So I got into a fight with my mom and my dad over something. I think it was grades or something, and I was just like, "Fuck you! This place is toxic. I'm going elsewhere. I'll live in the woods." So they were in their bedroom, which is on the opposite side of the house, and I could hear them talk about how they were gonna punish me, and I was like, "Fuck y'all! You ain't gonna punish me. I'm gonna run away." And so I stole my dad's only thing I could find, which was my dad's bowling ball bag, and I took out the bowling ball and I put like food in there and my old like BlackBerry flip phone. And I ran in and I ran to the barn and I put a saddle on the only horse that I knew how to ride, which is Big Red. And he was riddled with cancer. With it. He had so much cancer in his body.
He had so much slaps horse. This baby can hold so much cancer.
He had so much cancer. He loved chewing tobacco. He was a good so I put the saddle on him and I put the reins on him, and I was just I saw the storm in the distance, and I was just like, I can outrun that storm.
I saw the storm in the distance.
I'm like, we'll get into the woods, and I was like, I don't know, 11. I'm like, we'll get into the woods. I'm like, and I will form a hut big enough for me and Big Red so we can wait out the storm and we'll live in the woods. That was my plan. And I was like, let's fucking do this, okay? So I get on the horse and I'm like, let's go, Big Red. And he's like, fuck yeah, let's go. And so we start going, and then I make him go off trail. So we start like going up, right? Because normally the trail is like it's uphill, but it's like a gradual incline. I'm like, nah, we're going this hard, baby. So we start going up the hill, and the hill turns into a mountain, and then I'm like, this is really fucking steep. Like the point
this
where,
is gonna kill me actually. This
oh no. Forward, or else he'll like fall back. Okay. And then I don't know if he got spooked or if because he was old and riddled with cancer, he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. But he locked his knees, he locked his legs, and then just stood still. And just wouldn't fucking move.
He was just like, no, I'm good.
I couldn't get off of him because to the right of me was like a pretty steep incline, like down, and to the left of me was a fuck ton of poison ivy. And so I'm like, well, I'm here until he decides to move. And 3 hours later, that storm hits. We're stuck in the storm on the top of the hill.
Jesus Christ.
Stoked. Eventually, he like wiggles his way back down, and we head back home, and my parents are sitting on the porch waiting. Thankfully, I didn't get in trouble because they thought that was punishment enough.
What a fucking situation, man. This sounds like plot of Brave from Disney. Also, I do want to point out my parents tried to take my door, but they remembered I do not care who sees Lamau. They decided against it. That's just very good, also. I mean, being able to saddle up and ride off sounds great on the surface, but like, as we've seen, it has its drawbacks.
Also, horses be expensive, yo.
Also, they shit a lot. Like, so much.
Yeah, but what you do is you find someone who really, because horse manure is pretty good for, like, crops, so you just find someone who, it's not as good as cow shit, but it's like, whatever.
It works.
So you find someone who's just like, you're like free horse shit, and a lot of farmers are like, hell yeah, free horse shit.
Free horse shit. You gotta love it.
I used to get into so much trouble with... Did I ever tell you, because I think I told Gwen this story the other day. Did I ever tell you about... So, because when summertime was happening when I was young, we used to get shipped off to Kentucky, right?
You've mentioned
grandma.
Being sent to Kentucky, yeah. Which is why you've got the stuff like crickisms and shit like that.
Yeah. So, my grandma, their house, the thing she would do is every morning, because she was retired or whatever, every morning she would wake up and she would just bake a lot, okay? And it was either for people at church or for the family, because the entire family tree lived on one street.
Yeah, you told me about this cursed-ass place.
So it was just like 12 houses of just all of the family. So every day they would go over and they'd have dinner at Mama's, right? Well, we knew every morning she would wake up and she would start like doing her like baking or whatever, and then she always took a morning potty break at 6 a.m.
As you do.
I knew she was making her key lime pie, which is a pie that I would start wars for. Okay? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna steal me some key lime pie when she's away and when no one's awake, because then, like, I'll be able to eat the majority of this key lime pie and everyone can go fuck themselves.
Damn.
And I was about to, like, and I was walking towards the little, because she had like this big buffet thingy that she would place all the food down on, and one of the key lime pie was right fucking there. And so right when I'm about to reach it, I hear my brother, who had the same idea as me. And he was like, he's like, what are you doing awake? And I'm like, key lime pie. And he's like, well, I also want the key lime pie. And so we're like, we'll rock, paper, scissors for it. And the winner gets to take the key lime pie. And so we rock, paper, scissors, and I lose. And I'm like, I refuse to lose this battle.
I refuse to lose this battle.
And Mama had all of her baking goods out on the countertop, and so I grab a bag of flour and I throw it at him. And it explodes. I, in the midst of all of this, grab the key lime pie and I run for the horse barn. So I proceed to eat key lime pie in the barn, all the horses. I was like, I'll just eat it with my hands, I don't care. I was like 12. Then I hear my papa and my mama starting to come up that hill. Because, like, how the house was, it was the house at the bottom of the hill, and then you go up the hill, and then the hill flattens out to like 20-something acres of land. So like the horse barn was at the very front, and then everything else was fenced in. It was like a big fenced in area, and then like sectioned smaller fenced in areas to try to keep everything like corralled. And I saw my papa and my mama cresting that hill, and I was just like, I'll just
Cresting that hill.
Cresting that hill. And I was like, I'll just get on one of the horses and I'll ride away. I get on the horse. I ride away. Right? I get on Snowflake. She was a good horse. She's my horse. I bought her for $1.
Oh, Incubus.
Okay? I loved that. I loved that horse. She was like a gray and had little white speckles all over her. She was old as fuck. But like, she loved like human sweet treats, like donuts and stuff. Like Papa would always feed her like, you know, like those little Hostess donuts. He would always give her one, which is probably why she died of diabetes. But anyway,
that is so good. My horse died of diabetes as he's like feeding it like
I will, to try to like to bribe her to go faster with like, because I'm not riding with the saddle, I'm not riding with reins, I'm like barebacking it, and so like I'll scoop up key lime pie in my hand and I'll hold it out for her to eat from my hand, get her to go. And it's working. We're going. We get into the pasture, we're fucking walking. I'm like, there's no way they'll fucking come out of here. There's no fucking way. I'm gonna eat this pie. I'm gonna, like, and if they do, at least I'll be able to finish this pie. Okay?
Insane food motivation, like crazy.
Mama's key lime pie, I would kill people over. It was I'm so mad that when she fucking kicked the bucket, I didn't get the recipe. But fucking
is this like a nobody knows the recipe thing, or?
Yeah. Well, so like when like a long time ago, Mama like let everyone have one recipe.
That's so stupid. That's so dumb.
Well, this was when she was alive and well. When she died, she like someone got her cookbook. Don't know who that person can go fuck.
That's what I mean. That's stupid. But you share that shit with everybody, man.
But we all got like, I got her like sausage biscuit and gravy recipe, which is fucking phenomenal. And then I stole 2 other things from my cousins. And like I like wrote them down, and then I put like the so it's like I have her red velvet cake recipe and another one, I forget what it is. I think it's her chocolate chip cookie recipe. But anyway, my papa gets on a horse, match my speed, because Snowflake was not fast. She was old. She was like, I think 20 something, which is old for a horse. And I look over and Papa has a broom handle. or like some sort of stick. It might have been whenever you like trim horses' hooves, you put like little thingies in like a bar in front of them and behind them.
Yeah.
Stable. I forget what the fuck it was, but he runs up and then he beats me in the head with it until I fall off of the horse.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Like, he pokes me constantly in the head and in the shoulder until I fall off of Snowflake. And Snowflake keeps on walking, right? But I got to finish the pie, which is really all that matters.
This is another insert Rachel like casual abuse like thing. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you don't treat kids like that.
I don't think it's abuse. If you think that's abuse,
you don't just start like jabbing at children, being like, "Get the fuck off a horse!" Like, like what the fuck, dude? Is it abusive? Yes. Is it funny? Fuck yeah.
Yeah. See, it's funny.
Luckily, it wasn't whipped with the riding crop. True.
Man, my fucking grandparents hated my ass, though.
We can combine succubus and incubus. Let's go.
It's like the amount of copper
I had a
heads
feeling.
I pick up and bring into that house.
Yeah, you just picked shit up. Satan.
Yeah. Crows. I pick crows up a lot.
We have created Satan. I picked up crows a lot.
So what you do is, crows are food motivated, so what I would do is I would sprinkle out horse feed, and then the crows would be like, fuck yeah, horse feed, and then they'd get used to you, and so then what I would do is I would shove a coffee can on top of them.
Yeah, okay, you've mentioned doing that.
Yeah, and then you like pick them up. And then my mom would be like, put that down as I'm in the house, and I go, okay, and then I let the crow go inside. Or like when I asked for a butterfly net, they gave me a butterfly net and I used it to catch bats and then snakes. So then they took away my butterfly net privileges.
Burb abduction. Yeah. It doesn't shock me that Rachel did this.
For noodling.
Well, noodling...
I feel like noodling was child abuse, because they'd use me as bait.
Noodling is weirdly normal, but I know it as catfisting. Which is, like, way worse.
Call them noodling. But, like, they'd pick me up and they'd put me in the fucking hole. 'Cause I'm small. Well, I was small at the time. I'm not small anymore.
Noodling? Yeah.
So, who asked that as a can?
Noodling is pasta.
Noodling is when you get on a boat and you go out into the water where there's catfish. You find the catfish hole and then you shove your arm into the catfish hole. The catfish, out of reaction, bites down on your arm and then you use that to pull your arm back and therefore pull the catfish out of the water. So what we used to do, which is they would pick me up by my belt and by the back of my bra, and they would shove me into the water fully. And I would put my arms into the hole, and then they would pull me out. They would use me as bait. Which is why the one day when they did that and I felt a snapping turtle shell, I wanted to shit my pants.
Yeah, that's how you lose a finger.
Yeah. Thankfully, he was facing the other way, so I was just holding him there. Like, I felt the shell and I just pressed really hard. And then I, like, kicked my feet like it's a fucking... Like, I was trying to be like, help. It's like, I'm completely underwater.
The completely submerged is, like, the really fucked up part, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm completely underneath that water with little goggles so I can see the monstrosities that I'm pulling out of the holes.
Because, like, normal catfisting is you just shove your adult arm in there.
Yeah, no. They shoved me in the water.
Don't catfish have teeth? Yes.
Yes. It hurts.
They bite you, and when they bite you, it latches on, and then you pull them out with your arm.
Hmm? I have a lot of fucking scars in my arm.
Like, you're not understanding just how redneck, like, Rachel's extended family are.
Oh, you wanna know how redneck we are? Black salve. Which I didn't know was bad.
I had to explain to you that you were using like a known, like a known poison.
Let's put that shit on everything. Every wound.
Yeah, it's like, no, all you're doing is destroying your flesh. Like, it's causing necrosis. It's not healing.
Yeah. Well, that's why I have that scar that's literally a hole.
Yes, I know.
Spider bite?
Because of the fact that your dad was like, put this thing that induces necrosis on your skin. And I'm like, no, that's stupid. Don't do that. Absolutely stupid. Stupid people. He doesn't even have the excuse of being like a redneck. He's just an idiot. Like,
yeah,
he's fucking, like, I'm a New Yorker. Like, I'm working for the mob type shit. Like he doesn't have that excuse. It's your mother's side, right?
Yeah, it's my mom's side.
Yeah, so it's
well,
like
that's why her family hates my mom, because my mom was like very prissy and like because my dad had a lot of
but like Southerners have prissy women. That's like a staple for them. You got the bells. Southern bells are a thing.
No one in the family was prissy.
Okay, so it's like they're like, she's acting too good for us.
Yeah, well, that, and they were really pissed off that my dad made as much money as he did, and he refused to help the family.
So it's literally they're being too good for us.
Yeah, he was like, my dad's mentality was like, this is my money for me and my kid, like my wife and my kids. Like, go fuck yourself.
He has the New Yorker mentality. Yeah.
Yeah. So they really didn't like them. They really didn't like my mom. Because they're like, well, she thinks she's so good and she has all these expensive things, and she's like, yeah, that my husband gave me. Fuck off. Like when he bought her just a Mustang, which was like cash, he like walked in and was like, yep, here's a Mustang. They're all like, the whole family freaked out. Like,
one needs to elaborate here. Car or horse?
Oh, car.
Okay, because I know she did
own
own horses.
We did own horses, but my mom was bougie, and she only liked purebred Arabian horses.
Oh, fucking nerd shit. Gotcha.
Yeah. And it can't just be from anybody. She wants that certification saying that they're purebred and that they're expensive. Which my dad hated, because mom had we had.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get every single person to float around this stupid sphere, aren't I? That's the trick.
We had 4. We had Arcadia, we had Merino, and then I wanted Big Red, who is not an Arabian horse. He was riddled with cancer, and I got him by mowing a lawn.
You did say he was riddled by cancer earlier. This was like an important piece of lore about this horse.
But I wanted him. He loved chewing tobacco, whiskey.
That's not good.
Dude, I didn't know I was a kid. And he was dying.
Come on.
Have some chewing tobacco. When my dad got his chewing tobacco, he would always get a spare can, because when he was doing Red's
this horse sounds like a JoJo character.
he would open up the can of chewing tobacco, and he would lay it on the thing, and the horse would eat like the chewing tobacco out of the can. And then whenever my dad had brandy, my dad would like hand me the bottle, and I would go and I would give it to Big Red. Big Red would literally put his lips around it, toss his head back so the brandy like went into his mouth, and then would give me the bottle back.
Did this horse have a stand? Can be upgraded infinitely.
He really fucked up coyotes. Because where we lived, coyotes, like the amount of times my dad would wake me up at like 3 a.m. and go, there's coyotes, and then hand me a shotgun, and we had to go coyote hunting.
This is the most American sentence. Like
once we got Big Red, all we did, because like the horses were all corralled at night, we would just let Big Red loose. We'd go get him, and Big Red would go and just demolish these coyotes. And then we would call the Amish people that lived down the road. Well, not call. We'd go get them and tell like, hey, we have a fuck ton of coyotes that are dead in our pasture. Do you want them? And they'd be like, yeah, sure. And they would go, and they'd take the coyotes, they would do something with the meat, but they would give the fur pelts to the indigenous guy that lived down the road from them. So all of the parts of the coyote were getting used.
I mean, at least they were all getting used. His stand was cancer.
Dude, he lived so long. It, like every year the vet would come and be like, I think this is the year.
No.
And then he would, and then the fucker would keep living. And he died in the most sweet way. And we had to lie to my mom about it.
Why? It's like sounds like you're describing like when somebody's guinea pig dies. Like
my dad got really into drones.
Oh, come on.
So the drone like hit him. He lost control of it and the drone hit him in the head just right.
Well, I mean, at least he went out relatively painlessly.
He went out after eating a fuck ton of chewing tobacco and drinking a little bit of brandy. Because every time we did hooves, that's what my dad gave him. Was the brandy.
So this creature died the way like many men want to live.
Yeah. And so we had to just tell my mom, like, we don't know what happened. You just died.
That's so fucking dark. That's so silly. Also, the slingshot does kind of look like a strap-on. You're not wrong.
Horses lived to like 30, and like Big Red was like, I want to say like 24. Like he was an old horse. So she was like, oh, that's so sad. All right, put him in the dirt.
Put him in the dirt.
Yeah, dig a hole and you throw him in there.
Not gonna lie, Big Red sounds made up.
I have pictures of Big Red.
I mean, you're always welcome to show your cancer-riddled horse to chat. Wait, Rachel, I need to send you the post about the chicken.
Okay. Big Red, his cancer showed up in like tumors on his hooves. Like he had like these super big bumps on his hooves, and then he had these super big bumps like on his abdomen. And there's like no point in like getting them surgically. Who's sending me shit?
I'm assuming it's pasta. I have no idea what the context on this is, other than it's about a chicken.
I'm sorry that rats dug into your grave and ate you. That was unfortunate.
Oh yeah, that one!
That's so sad.
That fucking post got me, man. That one's so good, but alas, the rats. Actually, no. Gand, I know you're being, like, innuendo jokey with it, but I have a real question about that. Did your family have a rooster? Like, either of them, your rednecks or your normal family? Because, like, I hear they're actually good pets.
What?
Rooster. Did you guys have one, I asked.
Me?
Yes, I asked you specifically a direct question, like...
I'm looking for pictures of Big Red. No, we just had hens.
Okay. Because I hear they're like, surprisingly good as pets. I wanted to ban that even though I had it from before, but eh. Honestly, these two guys working in conjunction, kind of nailing it. You ever see a rooster fuck up snakes? I've watched videos of roosters going crazy on animals.
Dude, they're evil.
I kind of love it though, because it's like, yeah, they're doing their work.
I have to go through my mom's fucking Facebook, and it's cringy as fuck.
I'm sure it's a lot of Jesus posting, right?
It really is. Why am I Christian?
What?
Your parents didn't love you.
Why am I Christian? Well, you're Christian because you choose to be. And not a particularly good one, unfortunately. New thing. Cornucopia? Each time baby balls are created, spawn one additional one. Okay. That's gonna make our screen crazy, considering.
Dude, I used to have nightmares of my mom and dad's house, like their basement, so much.
Why?
I don't know. I just had nightmares of that basement all of the time. Like, the basement was way bigger than it was supposed to be. Also, you guys gotta bear with me. Big Red was alive, like, when I was 12, and I am a 30-year-old.
Yeah, if you don't have access to this, it's fine. Don't worry.
I'm scrolling. I can show you pictures of our dog that was half coyote. It was cool.
That's not a combination that I hear of, usually.
Husky coyote. The dude was sick. He was mean, though.
I wonder why. You've bred two high-energy animals together that are known to be temperamental.
He was so mean.
What if I take the craziness of a coyote and mix it with the craziness of a husky? Give me Spider. If a rooster kicks you, holy shit. I mean, yeah, they're an angry bird. People sitting there being like, I don't know, man. Feathered dinosaurs sound lame. And I'm like, have you seen birds when they get angry? Have you seen roosters? Have you seen cassowaries? Have you seen ostriches? Like, those fuckers go crazy, dude. Birds rock. Like, I'm more of a crow guy, but you know. An ostrich would kick you into a coma. I mean, like, Australia literally had a war against emu. So, fun fact, I used to have a hollowed out emu egg. I don't know where it went. It's just missing somewhere. I'm sure somebody else got their hands on it, but you know. I also don't know where I got it, so, like, you know. Big ass omelet? No, I mean, it was empty before I got it, so there was no omelet to be had. I'm sure it was like somebody's science prop, you know? Okay, combine spider and leech. Spider Queen Leech. We have another egg sac.
Is it with middle-aged white women being like, turn the saturation all the way up?
I think that's something that they learned, ironically enough, from women who are, like, closer in your age range, but, like, from photos that were like 15 years ago. Because, like, remember when everybody used to crank the contrast and saturation on their fucking Facebook photos?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think it's that. I think it's that they saw the youth doing that 10 years ago, and they're like, right, so women do that now. And it's like, yeah, but those women are all, like, adults now. Like, they're not doing that anymore. They were doing that because they wanted to look like edgy emo girls for Facebook. Like everybody wanted to look like what's-her-face from Evanescence on that cover.
Yes. Yes, they did.
Let's go for shotgun. I remember watching Arnie cook an ostrich egg on a tank made me hungry. It's a weird set of events, honestly. Oh god, so many balls. So many balls in play.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm to the point where I'm 18, so we're getting there.
Still like a decade off.
My god, I found a picture of my mom and my dad on their first date.
See, if it weren't for the fact that these people suck, that would be kind of cute.
I'll show you. See, here's the thing, I don't look like my mom. Boy, do I look like my dad.
You do look a lot like your dad, but you look like your mom in some places. I've seen photos of her, I know. Thirsty emo girl screaming, "Look at me," takes me back.
I want all of my Facebook friends to know that
Why not search by year? I think Rachel just doesn't know what year. Or use Facebook
because
often.
we're not because we're not friends with each other.
Oh,
I
yeah,
literally
yeah.
I don't have access to a bunch of, so I literally have to scroll.
And if you need context as to the why Rachel's not friends with her mother, gestures at the previous several years of commentary about Rachel's mother.
All we want for Christmas is you, Jesus.
I don't want Jesus, actually. I would like, for Jesus to not come back, actually. Because that means that the apocalypse is happening, and people will suffer for a very long time. And that feels cruel for no reason.
Oh my god.
Rachel's dad asks why you picked Rachel. Noid goes because she got good genes, winks at her dad. No, her dad and I would not have gotten along. He did not like me. But I feel like, ironically enough, if our families met, that, like, my mom would have hated her family, but my dad would have loved her dad. Because they both had, like, mental illness. Like, I think that her dad and my dad would have gotten along in their, like, conspiracy posting about the government.
The only good thing my grandma... I'm sorry, I'm just reading something. The only good thing my grandma ever did was, like, at one point
That's such a great thing to say out loud.
She made, like, 130 dresses for, like, girls in Haiti.
I mean, that's nice, I guess.
But other than that...
Man, that was the definition of, like, just death by 1,000 cuts. I'm really curious if this is gonna spit out 3 people, because technically the cohabitants are 2 people. Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, baby me, adorable.
Yeah.
Baby me was real fucking cute. Yes, I am taking screenshots because we're not friends. I can't save the pictures.
That's fair. I see no reason not to.
My fucking god, come on! Alright, pictures of Marino. We're getting close. Pictures of my first car.
As first child, I shall call them Benimi. I'm not gonna lie, I would say something like that and then Rachel would, like, hit me. Non-abusively, just... Like, if I was just like, ah, my child, I shall call them Mini-Me, she would just, like, smack me and be like, you're not fucking Austin Powers-ing in this moment. And she'd be right. She'd be right to do it.
Did I ever show you the picture of me holding a Glock and my dad holding an AK?
No.
I'll share that with you here in a minute.
Okay. We're not... If we ever had an offspring or adopted a child, they are not being called Noidling.
Big Red! I found him.
Oh, well, there you go. We've summoned the horse.
Hold on, I'm gonna make sure that if I reverse image search this, you guys can't find my mom.
That's a good thing to think about. Yeah, you are correct.
I don't trust y'all.
You're right to do this. Show me my large kin.
Okay, cool. Nothing pops up. Hold on, I'm cropping it. This is my mother's name.
I'm sure a dedicated enough sleuth would be able to find it anyway. Misty's large coyote destroying brethren is an incredible sentence. Coyote destroying brethren.
Oh, because it's a horse.
Yeah.
I have many a photo I need to show you. Okay. Misty, I will show you a picture of Big Red. It's like a picture that's been like scanned, so it's not great quality because it's from eons ago.
Yeah, this is like probably a literal photograph, right? Look at this photograph.
This is Big Red.